Sun's rising slow, paint skies with gold. Coffee in hand, the stories unfold. This ain't just a show, it's where hearts align. A place to unwind, where peace we find. Cannabis drifts on the morning breeze, bringing calm to the mind, setting souls at ease. Together we gather, no need to pretend. The Cove's where the day and good vibes begin. Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow. Some come to laugh, some come to share. Every story told shows someone's care. We lift each other, hand in hand. Through life's storms, together we stand. The circle's wide, there's room for all. No judgment here, just love's gentle call. Every morning's a chance to reset, renew, to breathe, to heal, and see life through. Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow. It's where hearts connect.
Hearts connect.
Where hope is planted and love takes effect.
Love takes effect.
A sacred space where kindness flows.
Kindness flows.
And every soul finds a place to grow.
Let's grow.
Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow.
The sun breaks in through the window pane. Steam from the coffee, a slow burning flame. Feet on the floor, another day starts. Rolling ahead with a light in my heart. Clouds might gather, the road might bend, but I keep moving, no need to pretend. Past is behind, the fire still glows. Where the wind takes me, nobody knows. Just keep it rolling, don't lose the flame. Keep it burning, let it stay the same. Ride with the wind, don't fight the rain. Storms will pass, the sun remains. Every step's a story, every breath a song. Sing it loud, keep moving on. lessons learned like stones in a stream. Some sink away, some shine in between. The weight gets heavy, the nights feel cold, but I found my way in stories retold. No need to rush, no need to chase. Every small step still holds its place. The rhythm of life, like the waves on the shore. I take what it gives, I don't ask for more. Just keep it rolling, don't lose the flame. Keep it burning, let it stay the same. Ride with the wind, don't fight the rain. Storms will pass, the sun remains. Every turn, every mile, a piece of the ride. Some days I drift, some days I glide. Through every moment, through every flame. The world keeps spinning, I do the same. The fire still flickers, the ember still glows. Wherever I land, the rhythm still flows. With every sunrise, with every sigh, I take what I need and I let it fly.
The sun breaks through, it's a brand new day. Cove-TV's here to brighten your way. Coffee brews, the rhythm feels right. Spark your morning, let's take flight. Feel the buzz, let the energy ignite. We're your crew, bringing morning delight. So grab your cup and let it flow. Cove-TV morning, let's start the show. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove-TV morning where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. First light to the mellow groove, we're here together, finding our move. Conversations flow, hearts align. Cove-TV morning where moments shine. Whether you're near or miles away, we're the start of a beautiful day. Roll it up, sip it slow. Cove-TV morning, let's start the show. Your head, let the good vibes rain. Cove-TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play reminds us all it's a brand new day. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove-TV morning where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. vibes reign. Cove TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play reminds us all it's a brand new day. Cove TV morning, your start, your glow. With coffee, connection, and stories to show. Thanks for joining, we're glad to know. Cove TV morning, let's start the show.
Push the goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button! Hot Pockets.
Good, totally terrific, twisted titty tie turpy taco token tunes Tuesday, everybody.
Good one. That was a good one, man. You know, getting ready for Tuesdays. You know, we love our Tuesdays around here, man. It's always a good time, man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a dope ass Tuesday. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
There it is.
Good morning, Mindy. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday morning.
Good morning, Crystal. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday morning as well.
Good morning, Amber. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
What's going on, Box Man? Good morning, morning, morning.
Good morning, Kay. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Ma. What's going on?
Good morning, Deb. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, DJ Ashley Stevens on this fine Tuesday morning.
Good morning, Vicki. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, CJ. How are you?
Good morning, D. I hope you are having a wonderful morning. Nice, who the fuck knows last night? D fucking knew.
Yeah. Good morning, Vaughn. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Gary. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Hell yeah, you definitely got this, Vicki.
Yes, you do.
Should we wake and bake?
We should bake and wake and make.
I'm down. Let's roll. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Cornbread will be up here in a little bit. She's running a little behind this morning. No worries at all, though. Cheers, cheers.
The morning's here, the horizon glows. With every comment, a connection grows. Coffee steam rises, a comforting sight. Your smiles, your vibes make the day feel right. The Cove awakens, together we shine. Each of you here is a blessing divine. Cannabis sparks and the laughter flows. In this sunrise moment, the magic shows. up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Through every dawn, we've built this bond. A family of light, stretching far and beyond. Rolling the herb, sharing the brew. Moments like this feel sacred with you. The rhythm of life, gentle and kind, echoes in hearts with peace intertwined. Together we stand as the morning breaks. A sunrise with you is all it takes. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Every smile you share, every story told, a treasure we hold, more precious than gold. You lift the light, you brighten the way. The Cove feels alive with you every day. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you.
Yeah, that first dab always gets me good. Whew. Oh. Tasty.
I hope everybody's having a dope ass Tuesday morning. It is time for our morning update. We are 3 minutes out, so it'll be kind of quick. I hope everybody's having a dope ass Tuesday. We got this day in history coming up here after 420. We got our Timeline Tuesday segment. Let's go. 1974 today, I believe. Chilling in the Cove at 5 today, not the normal 4 o'clock time. I'm on call, so I don't know if I'll be at work or not. But come and hang out. We got a few more chapters of Guardians of Unity to go through. The story's getting intense, everybody. Token Tunes, 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. It is a new month, new playlist. Let's fucking go. Come drop that hashtag Token Tunes and see if you can pick which playlist it's from. And you can only catch it on the Circopsilats pages. So Facebook, YouTube, make sure that you are subscribed to both of the. Just make sure you're following his Facebook. Make sure you're subscribed to YouTube. You don't miss none of it. None of it at all.
And make sure you're setting up them notifications so you get when he goes live on YouTube and Facebook. Because when I set up my YouTube notifications, as soon as any of our shows go live, I get a notification in the top bar. So it's just convenient. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. 2 minutes out. Also, I do know that there are people that have organized a fundraiser for the E. Freezy situation. I know if anybody would like to donate that or anything like that, please reach out to anybody from the Cove. Reach out to Amber Hensley. Amber, if you can provide any more information on that in the comments, any and all help is appreciated. Much love, E. Freezy.
Much love, E. Freezy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I know they had a really good fundraiser last night. I popped in as I could, between show stuff and everything like that. Yeah. But yeah, much love. Please, if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out and ask. We can get you, headed in the right direction that you need. What does everybody got going on for their Tuesday? We are in our final minute.
Well, I do have to work, but I'm off early all week, so I might actually catch the end of today's show because you guys started later, so I'm a little excited there too. So I'll be here around 3 o'clock my time, so be able to jump up and catch the last hour of the show. So yeah, I'm excited. We got Token Tunes tonight. I'm sorry, I'm so excited for Token Tunes, man, with the new list. I'm just
I don't know what's up with Morgan. I don't know. She's acting normal, but she's drooling a super lot, and just on the one side. So I don't know. Morgan, come here. Yeah, she's got her ball right now. Like she's
Morgan. Ball is life.
How we doing? So yeah, I don't know.
Also, happy 420.
Happy 420, everybody! Cheers! Cheers! Cheers!
Smoke weed every day.
Cornbread.
Cornbread!
Bear, Beans.
It's
Are
so
you-
good to see you.
Are you scrolling? Beans, ha.
But unfortunately, I gotta get going, Cornbread and
No!
Beans. I know, right? I'm like, Cornbread just got here. She's gonna be like, man, what the fuck? Like, was it me? No, it wasn't you. It was my work schedule. But
I
yeah,
know.
I do have to get going. Make sure you all spread some love and positivity. Do something nice for yourself, something nice for Cinder, something nice for your friend. And I'll catch you this afternoon, Cove-TV, chilling in the Cove. And then I will catch you tonight for the Token Tunes new playlist. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Woohoo! Make sure you all tune into everything we got going on this week. It's going to be a marvelous week. We got a great Tuesday going on. We got a great Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Every single day, we got something amazing for all you wonderful folks. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all later.
Have a good day at work, member.
I will. I was waiting. I knew you were going to say it.
Love that. Dude. All right. If you would like a good morning from Cornbread, she can only scroll a little bit, so you might have to help her out here. Right, Cornbread?
I'm scrolled all the way up.
Okay.
As far as I can go. Okay. Good morning, Mindy. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Ma. Good morning, CJ. Good morning, Dee. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Vicki C. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Crystal. And yeah, that's it. Good morning, all you lovely people. Good morning.
All right, it's a boat. I don't know if we'll hear a horn or not. Maybe.
Oh, it's a boat.
Damn it. I rewound it. We cheated it. Hey, good morning, Wiley.
Good morning. And when I saw you point, I was like, yes.
Oh, I knew it was coming. We cheat and go back to actually watch the sunrise, so then I can always scoot back through and see if there was any boats that came through.
I gotta say this. Man-Bear, come back.
Man-Bear, come back. All right, everybody, here we go. This boat is the Algoma Buffalo. It is a Canadian flagged self-discharging boat carrier operating primarily in the Great Lakes, originally built in 1978 by Bay Shipbuilding Company in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. The vessel was commissioned as the Buffalo for the American Steamship Company in 2018. For the American Steamship Company. In 2018, it was acquired by Algoma Central Corporation and renamed Algoma Buffalo. It is 634 feet long with a beam of 68 feet. That means width, I guess. It is a depth of 40 feet and a gross tonnage of 14,382 tons. Deadweight tonnage, 23,481 tons. It can approximately hold 744,712 cubic feet of cargo.
Holy crap.
It has a draft of 23.6 feet. I'm not reading the meter shit. Maybe that's why it's all weird, because it's a Canadian boat. It's powered by two General Electric. Oh no, it's General Motors Electromotive Division 20-cylinder diesel engines totaling 7,000 horsepower. It has a 250-foot self-unloading boom capable of swinging 90 degrees to either side. And it can discharge a rate of 5,900 metric tons per hour. But we know that.
Babe, you want to see the boat? Babe.
1990, while navigating the Saginaw River, the Buffalo passed the moored tanker Jupiter, causing the latter to break free from its moorings. leading to an explosion and fire that resulted in one fatality and several injuries. In 1997, the vessel struck the Detroit River Light, sustaining significant bow damage, but managed to reach Toledo, Ohio for repairs. As of May 5th, 2025, the Algoma arrived at the port of Duluth.
Wow.
And that is our boat information for this morning.
That's cool.
How you doing, Morgan?
Bye-bye, boat.
She's drooling so much, it freaks me out. I keep going on like wiping her face up and stuff, but she's acting normal. I don't get it. You come in and say good morning? No, why? You don't have to bring the ball with you. Come on.
I see all your comments, guys. Good morning.
Come here.
Yvonne, tell Mr. Wadley. Good morning. Hi, Morgan.
I have it. No. You leave it. You leave it. See, I don't know, like... She seems fine.
Yeah.
She's just super drooly on this side of her face.
Huh.
I don't know. Hi. What are you doing? You want your ball?
I don't know. I had dogs take over my bed last night. Did she ever drool?
I mean, a little bit, but not like that. Like
Okay.
there was a wet spot on the chair. I thought she was licking at her paw because her paw was soaked. But then after further investigation, I don't think she was. I think it was just from her laying there and sleeping.
Oh, damn.
Hi, baby.
Huh.
So I don't know.
It's weird.
But she is acting normal, so I don't get it. Right.
Right.
So I think it's bothering me more than it's bothering her, I guess. What you thinking?
Hey, we're allowed to get like that with our...
Oh, man. Yeah, saying she's got good color on her gums and her... I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You're just really drooly today. You're just a drooly monster today. Just getting old, maybe. I don't know.
Athena feels the same way. Morgan, she feels your pain.
For real.
Except she's pregnant.
She's a good girl.
She's old, too. She's looking at me, too. She's like, bitch, call me old again.
Hey, good morning, Fasal. I feel like that's just from me wiping that just now.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, like it's a lot of drool sometimes. What do I do? Oh.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
There we go.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday, Drake. What up, pup? Ooh, good boy.
Oh, happy birthday, Drake.
All right. Let's go. Oh. My God, it's right here. It's all gross because you drool all over it. All right, we do have This Day in History coming up. We can play a song and dive into that.
Let's fucking go.
Everybody. Let's fucking go.
Your worries slide, clouds above and calm inside. Inhale,
Let's fucking go.
All right, we got some this day in history coming up with the Vicki Bowers of them all, y'all. Here we go.
Welcome back. As I get ready to prepare today's episode, I find we've got some big weather heading our way, and pretty soon. So today we're going to freshen up a previous episode for May 6th. We'll have a word, of course. We'll talk about the New York Herald. We have a singer-songwriter, a song, and a quote. So grab your favorite cuppa. Sit back and let's see if we can get this done before the weather arrives. I'm already hearing thunder. Yikes. All right. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for May 6th. May 6th is the 126th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 127th in leap years, with 239 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is cadence. Cadence is a noun, and that means the beat, time, or measure of rhythmical motion or activity, a rhythmic sequence or flow of sounds in a language, rhythm or a flow of words or music in a sequence that is regular or steady. Cadence may also mean a regular and repeated pattern of activity. A couple of examples might be, as the runner hit her stride, her breathing fell into a steady cadence, syncing with the rhythm of her footsteps, or the poet's words flowed with the graceful cadence, captivating listeners with their musicality and precision. The word cadence comes to us from Middle English, Latin before that. First known use of the word cadence is in the 1300s. Cadence. The word cadence was suggested by Odyssey viewer Easy9. Thanks, Easy9. And if you have a word you'd like us to explore in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, the first issue of the New York Herald was published on May 6, 1835. James Gordon Bennett Sr. was the publisher, and while he liked to say that the paper would not get involved in politics, insisting that the paper would support no party, be the agent of no faction or coterie, and that they cared nothing for any election or any candidate from president down to constable, he certainly was not above sensational coverage of other subjects. Mr. Bennett liked to say that the function of a newspaper is not to instruct, but to startle and amuse. And by 1845, the Herald was the most popular and profitable daily newspaper in the United States. He turned control of the newspaper over to his son, James Gordon Bennett Jr., in 1867, and under Jr.'s control, the paper financially supported Henry Morton Stanley's expeditions into Africa to find the explorer David Livingstone, with a successful conclusion, and the ill-fated expedition of George W. DeLong to the Arctic region. In the vein of sensationalism, in 1874, the Herald published a lengthy article about a massive zoo escape in New York's Central Park Zoo, resulting in human fatalities, and only if one read all the way to the end of the article across several pages did the reader learn that the entire story was a fabrication and wasn't even April Fool's Day. The paper changed hands in 1918, merging with the New York Tribune and becoming the New York Herald Tribune, whose final publication was issued in 1966. That area of New York City, known as Herald Square, is named after the New York Herald newspaper. The New York Herald building, which was completed in 1908, occupied the north side of the square and was adorned with a sculpture commemorating the Bennetts. The statue of Minerva, the bell ringers, and the owls included a clock that sounded every hour with bell ringing. The Herald building was demolished in 1921 to make room for other development, but they did save the sculpture and installed it on the north side of Herald Square in 1940. They stopped the sound of the bell ringing, though. And when you hear the song, Give My Regards to Broadway, with the lyrics, Remember Me to Herald Square, that's what they're talking about, Herald Square, named after the New York Herald newspaper. Interestingly, the Herald's rival, New York Times, Times Square, is located north of Herald Square. This is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, and guitarist John Flansburgh, born May 6, 1960 in Lexington, Massachusetts. He's one half of the duo that comprises the alternative rock band They Might Be Giants, which he formed with his friend John Linnell in 1982. The two, by the way, tried on a couple of different names for the band before they settled on They Might Be Giants, and they got that name from a 1971 movie called They Might Be Giants, which in turn is taken from the notion of how Don Quixote mistook windmills for evil giants. They might be giants. A perfect exemplar of their whimsical approach to subject matter. In addition to their usual albums, They Might Be Giants have made children's albums, and their music is featured in all sorts of popular culture, like their Grammy Award-winning song Boss of Me, which came to be the theme song of the TV series Malcolm in the Middle. Still alive and still working, John Flansburgh. Today's song is Istanbul, not Constantinople. This is a novelty song written in 1953 on the 500th anniversary of the fall of Constantinople to the Ottomans. Interestingly, that takes place later this month, but today we're talking about the song. Written in 1953, as I said, by Jimmy Kennedy and Nat Simon, it's a humorous little ditty about the official renaming of Constantinople to Istanbul. It was originally recorded by a Canadian quartet called the Four Lads, and it was their first gold record. The Four Lads, by the way, also recorded the 1955 hits Moments to Remember and No Not Much. Istanbul, not Constantinople, has enjoyed a good number of cover versions, not least of which is one by the alternative rock band They Might Be Giants. Released on their 1990 album Flood, this version is in a faster pace than the original recording and is featured in several animated pieces from MTV's Liquid Television, Tiny Toon Adventures, and an episode of The Simpsons, as well as a 1992 thriller called Black Magic and a Netflix series called The Umbrella Academy. Istanbul, not Constantinople. Don't know if you can hear that thunder out the window there. Doesn't matter. It is thundering here today. I was talking to a friend recently about some of the difficulties we've experienced in life, not specifically about the difficulties themselves, but more about how we worked through those difficulties to become better, stronger, more resilient. And this quote seemed to fit the occasion. It's by the psychiatrist Sigmund Freud, who said, "One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful." Sigmund Freud. Alrighty, take care, be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Yes, please make sure that you are following Vicki Bowers on all of the platforms that she mentioned. Much love, Vicki. Great fucking quote.
Yes.
Quote is amazing. Please make sure that you're following Vicki on all of the platforms that you mentioned. I already said that still. Much love, Vicki. Never late, Christina. Just early for later.
Yes.
You did miss the boat, though.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah, it's way out there now.
That would be my little niece, fucking Uncle Ryan. Because he's home today. Today's the day off.
Hey, what up, Ryan? Oh,
Can you hear his video?
it's not too bad.
Okay.
What does everybody got going on for their totally terrific Twisted Titty Tie-Dye Turkey Taco Token Tunes Tuesday? Got a couple things to finish up for Token Tunes, and then hang out with Morgan. Keep an eye on her. She's freaking me out.
I'm doing a good deed today.
Hey, let's go.
I'm donating blood.
Hey, that is sweet. I have never ever.
It's a little bit.
I would. I just have never gone and donated blood. Didn't want my shit blood anyway.
I'm A positive, but so they definitely need a lot of that. I was like, okay.
Hey, much love, Christina. We got your back. You can do it. I wish you all the best of the luck.
Yes, I really do. I will be shortly-ish when Ryan and I decide to quit together, because you can't just have one quit and then not the other. It just doesn't work that way.
There's no way you'd be able to quit if Ryan didn't also. And there's no way Ryan could quit if you didn't also.
No.
If your mom is a smoker, that's an issue. You can't be, it's going to be impossible to be around it. Good morning, Double Dice Brad. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning, man.
Oh, okay. Amber, yeah. Yes, they do. They like that. Yeah, they like that O negative. Yeah, definitely do. Yep. My oldest, I think she's either O negative or O positive. I can't remember. But she won't donate blood. But that's my good deed for today. So I was like, fuck it. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've donated. So I was like,
it's gonna be a pretty dope ass day. We do have our Timeline Tuesday segment coming up. We got our morning speaker. We're gonna be getting high. And there's some coffee, some sunrise.
I mean, I'm still pretty baked.
Oh shit! And we gotta play our song of the day.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. All right, here we go. They Might Be Giants with Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, now it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul. Istanbul.
once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul.
What an interesting band.
An interesting band. And also, this song, okay, I know this song the dance on Just Dance on the Wii. It's so weird. If ever anybody remembers that. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think this is our second or third They Might Be Giants song we've heard on Song of the Day now. All right, let's play a song or two or something, and then we'll get into our timeline segment for 1974. Let's go with, I haven't played this one in a minute. Cheers, cheers.
Where mornings glow, a place where hearts find room to grow. Coffee's brewing, the day feels right, sparking joy in the morning light. Palm trees sway, skies painted blue. Every moment feels alive and true. We gather here, a paradise divine. Cove, where vibes align. It's good to see you. The day begins in the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss. Together we rise in a morning like this. The breeze runs free, a canvas painted with tranquility. Coffee warms as the herb ignites, uniting souls in the Cove's delight. Golden sunlight kisses the shore, a rhythm of peace that we all adore. Together we dream, together we stay. Day. It's good to see you. The day begins in the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss. Together we rise in a morning like this.
Oh man, that was a good one. That was like my first actual dab of the morning. All right.
The sun creeps up, painting skies in gold. The cove awakens, a story to be told. Feel the sand in beneath, so soft, so warm. A tranquil escape where peace is born. Music flows like the morning tide, a rhythm of life we can't hide. Roll it up, let the good vibe show, a spark of bliss in the soft dawn glow. We're dancing in the dawn where the world feels alive. With every step the music lets us thrive. The touch of the sand, the rhythm so free. Moments like this are all we need. Inhale the calm, let it fill your soul. Exhale the world, let the good vibes roll. The cove and the sea, they call our song. Dancing in the dawn where we belong. Morning light reflects on the water's face. At the cove we found our sacred space. Roll the green, let the clouds drift high. A moment of magic beneath the sky. Time slows down as the day takes hold. The cove, our temple, the sunrise gold. Feel the rhythm, let the music play. A celebration of life in every way. We're dancing in the dawn where the world feels alive. With every step, the music lets us thrive. The touch of the sand, the rhythm so free. Moments like this are all we need. Inhale the calm, let it fill your soul. Exhale the world, let the good vibes roll. The cove and the sea, they call our song. Dancing in the dawn where we belong. We're dancing in the dawn where the world feels alive. With every step, the music lets us thrive. The touch of the sand, the rhythm so free. Moments like this are all we need. Inhale the calm, let it fill your soul. Exhale the world, let the good vibes roll. The cold and the sea, they call our song. Dancing in the dawn where we belong.
I hope everybody's having a dope ass Tuesday. We'll play one more quick song and we'll dive into our timeline segment. Much love, everybody.
Wake up, Cove Crew, it's time to rise. The sun's shining bright, got that morning high. Grab your coffee, pack that bowl. Cove-TV's on, let's rock and roll. Palm trees swing, good vibes in the air. It's a wake and bake morning, no worries or care. Kick back, relax, let the day unfold. With every little puff, let the story be told. Wake up and hope it's a brand new day. With Cove-TV, we're feeling okay. From the first light up to the morning breeze, we're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove, where the sunshine thrives. From the Cove-TV couch, let's start it right. Cannabis clouds in the morning light. Smooth tunes playing, got the rhythm tight. With Cove-TV, it's a morning delight. The ocean's calling, the breeze feels sweet. Cannabis dreams make the morning complete. So grab your lighter, spark it up, take a hit. With Cove-TV on, we're all feeling lit. Wake up and hope it's a brand new day. With Cove-TV, we're feeling okay. From the first light up to the morning breeze, we're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove where the sunshine thrives. From the Cove-TV couch, let's start it right. Cannabis clouds in the morning light. From the first light up to the morning breeze, we're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove where the sunshine thrives. Let the morning unfold, let the good times play. With every little hit, we're drifting away. It's a wake and bake vibe from the start to the end. With Cove-TV mornings, you've got a friend. Wake up and talk, it's a brand new day. With Cove-TV, we're feeling okay. From the first light up to the morning breeze, we're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove where the sunshine thrives. So wake up, Cove Crew, let's start it right. With cannabis mornings and the tropical light. Cove-TV's here, so let's all connect. Wake up and talk, it's what we expect.
Good morning, Brianna. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. What up, brother Chance? Jolly Rancher cart? Hell yeah, that sounds delicious. Right. 1974 is our timeline year this year. Wasn't there? It would have been dope. Crazy, crazy world back then. Right. Here we go.
1974 was the year everything changed.
Personally, figured I was watching something that somebody else would never see again in the world.
Americans learned the president wasn't untouchable, or even that trustworthy, causing a ripple effect of disillusionment. But the year also saw a microbus full of classic shows, movies, and music make their mark on pop culture history. And two sports heroes made the most dramatic statements of their careers. We're going to talk about the news, culture, sports, and entertainment, and all that was weird in the 70s. This is Timeline. Get ready for an abrupt turnover at the White House like you've never seen before, because today we're talking 1974. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History channel and let us know in the comments below what 70 records you like to spin. Now strap into your rocket cycle and get ready to jump all the president's men. This is 1974. The year would start off as an important moment for nerddom, as the fantasy role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons made its debut in January. Initially developed by Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax, and published by the group's homegrown company, Tactical Studies Rules, D&D borrowed heavily from miniature wargaming and Tolkien's Lord of the Rings to become the first tabletop RPG. While it initially frightened mothers around the world, resulting in a brief satanic panic and a pretty quaint movie starring a young Tom Hanks,
I have spells. I'm going to fly.
D&D has hung around like a lich in a tomb for over 40 years, giving creative nerds around the world a groovy new social outlet. Decidedly ungroovy, President Richard Nixon signed the Emergency Highway Energy Conservation Act on the second day of the year, creating a national speed limit of 55 miles per hour. The act was a response to the OPEC oil embargo enacted the previous year, which threw the U.S. into one of the worst energy crises of the 20th century. The new, lower speed limit was meant to force American drivers to be more fuel efficient. And it stayed on the books until November 28th, 1995, nearly 20 years later.
Most people do travel over 55. Most people that travel interstate go 60, 65, or 70 anyway.
Apparently, lobbyist Sammy Hagar's work finally paid off. Speaking of music, The Joker by Steve Miller Band hit the top of the Billboard Hot 100 on January 12th. The meta-stoner anthem, peppered with references to the band's earlier songs and a Hall of Fame nonsense word, has sold over 5 million copies in the U.S. We still don't know what the hell a pompatus is, but we dig it.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Fonz, outside?
Hey, we'll talk right here.
Well, it's kind of personal.
Oh, personal, yeah. Hey, Vivian, go out and find me a falling star, will you? Be back in 5 minutes.
I don't have a watch.
Hey, count one, Mississippi. She's got great lips.
What's the worth of a man? For Steve Austin, it's $6 million. Steve Austin is the $6 million man, and he's worth every penny.
In late January, McDonald's CEO Ray Kroc threw down a few stacks of his McMillions to buy MLB's San Diego Padres. Kroc, who had retired from running the Golden Arches the previous year, made quite the steal purchasing the Pods for a cool $12 million, preventing a move that would have relocated the Padres to Washington, D.C. Heading into the 1st of February, 21-year-old University of Washington student Linda Ann Healy vanished from her apartment in the early morning hours of February 1st. Healy's remains were discovered by forestry students on Taylor Mountain in Sonoma County, California, a year later. Although nobody knew it yet, Healy was the first documented victim of Ted Bundy. Bundy was not done wreaking havoc. More on him to come later in the 70s. The next day, pop icon Barbra Streisand scored her first #1 hit with The Way We Were, which hit the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100. The first EGOT winner, that's Emmys, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, was already an established singer and actress. In fact, The Way We Were was the theme song of the 1973 film of the same name, which starred Streisand and earned her a second Oscar nomination for Best Actress. The 70s were good to Babs. 2 days later, 19-year-old heiress Patty Hearst was abducted from her apartment by the Symbionese Liberation Army on February 4th. The leftist terrorist organization dragged Hearst, who was millionaire publisher William Randolph Hearst's granddaughter, into the car in a hail of gunfire and demanded that the Hearst family distribute millions of dollars of food to needy people across California.
Mr. Hearst wants to save his daughter. Each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for 4 successive weeks, each person with one of the listed cards can go to publicized stores and pick up their food.
The family attempted to comply, but the kidnappers didn't release Patty. Something much more unexpected happened. 2 months after her abduction, a surveillance camera caught Hearst helping the SLA rob a bank in San Francisco. She then released a statement declaring that she had willingly joined the organization.
I've been given the choice of 1, being released in a safe area, or 2, joining the forces of the Symbionese Liberation Army. I have chosen to stay and fight.
This cliffhanger plot twist will finish playing out next year.
We'll be right back.
You are about to witness the most amazing man-made jewelry ever created. The original multicolor mood ring. This is the ring that senses your deepest feelings. Scientifically developed, the incredible chroma stone senses thermal changes deep within your body, reflects all your mood changes in a fascinating kaleidoscope of color. Discover the mysterious powers of the multicolor mood ring in elegant gold or silver tone settings. Dare to wear the original multicolor mood ring with the fascinating chroma stone. Only $5 while supplies last.
Boy, is he strict. Gotta get in there close and find out what's happening. There's our ticket.
Hey, boys! Look what I got here! Hey, where are the white women at?
To be a TV star, you got to be a real natural. My husband James used to have slow blood.
Thanks to Vita Bright Health Tonic, my blood is fast, fast, fast.
Vito Bright is dynamite.
Jaws made a bodacious splash in the world of shark fiction on the 10th. The best-selling thriller, written by first-time novelist Peter Benchley, caused a feeding frenzy among Hollywood executives. The film rights to the story were sold before it even hit bookstores. Producers at Universal Studios hired an up-and-coming filmmaker named Steven Spielberg to direct the movie version. We'll see if that film did anything next year. Speaking of buzz, Army Private Robert K. Preston buzzed the White House in a stolen helicopter on February 17th. The 20-year-old soldier led police helicopters on a chase through the National Mall before the Secret Service opened fire on him, forcing him to land on the White House's South Lawn with minor injuries.
His intentions was to fly the aircraft directly into the White House.
Preston later claimed that he had joined the Army hoping to become a helicopter pilot and was upset that he'd been made a mechanic instead. Well, that's one way to show him what you got. Preston ultimately served 2 months in prison and was dishonorably discharged. Bummer. Speaking of broken dreams, Cher split from Sonny Bono on the 20th, ending the musical power couple after more than a decade in the spotlight. As a duo, Sonny and Cher released their #1 hit, I Got You, Babe, and hosted a popular variety show featuring their playful bickering.
Folks, I could have sang in any one of those musicals, really, because
Yeah, I know one you would have been great for. The Wizard of Oz.
Apparently, that bickering wasn't all that playful. The two were already living in separate homes by the show's 3rd season and were officially divorced 1 year later. Jumping ahead to late March, a group of Chinese farmers digging a well just outside of Xi'an discovered an underground chamber containing 6,000 life-sized terracotta warriors on the 29th. The famous terracotta army was revealed to be guarding the tomb of the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, who ruled back in 221 BCE. The site turned out to be a sprawling 20-mile complex containing a palace, a burial pyramid, offices, and 2 other pits containing even more terracotta warriors. Far out. Heading into April, Swedish pop group ABBA won the Eurovision Song Contest on the 6th with their song Waterloo. It was the first Eurovision victory in Sweden's history, and it turned out to be the breakthrough moment the band was looking for. Waterloo became an international hit and made ABBA superstars, and the group remains one of the most popular and best-selling acts of all time. Speaking of all-time moments, we turn to sports as Hammerin' Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's career home run record 2 days later.
What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black...
Hey, good morning, Brother Bill. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning. We're just hanging out, listening to our Timeline Tuesday segment. It is 1974 this morning. Much love, everybody.
Man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol.
In the 4th inning against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Braves' star right fielder spanked his 715th dinger at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium. Aaron finished his baseball career with a staggering 755 homers, a record that stood for just over 31 years until San Francisco Giants slugger Barry Bonds broke it in August of 2007. But, you know, juicing. 3 months after abducting Patty Hearst, the Symbionese Liberation Army engaged the LAPD in one of the largest police shootouts in history on May 17th. 500 Los Angeles officers raided an SLA safe house in Compton, resulting in an explosive exchange during which more than 9,000 rounds were fired. Police accidentally set fire to the house during the gunfight, which burned to the ground as all 6 SLA members inside perished. Near the end of May, legendary jazz pianist and composer Duke Ellington passed away. Ellington, who had just turned 75 the previous month, is one of the biggest...
Hey, good morning, Sandra. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday morning. We're just hanging out, listening to our Timeline segment, 1974 this morning. Hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Figures in jazz music history. He popularized big band jazz music as a regular fixture at Harlem's Cotton Club and as a sought-after band leader and a songwriter for over 50 years. Heading into June, arguably the most ill-conceived promotion in sports history went down on the 4th, otherwise known as 10-cent beer night. The Cleveland Indians lured fans to a game against the Houston Astros by offering as much beer as they could drink for just a dime a pop. Fans became so drunk and unruly that an actual riot broke out in the 9th inning, with people rushing out onto the field to attack the players with makeshift weapons.
Pretty poor timing for a beer night to start with. After the incident in Dallas, where the 2 teams fought, led to a very unpleasant situation.
The Indians were forced to forfeit the game, and a firm 4-drink limit was placed on the remaining 10-cent beer nights Cleveland had already scheduled. In mid-June, Washington Post reporters Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein published their explosive nonfiction bestseller, All the President's Men. The book was a detailed collection of the duo's ongoing investigation of the Watergate scandal, including Woodward's meetings with the mysterious Deep Throat, an inside source who provided the journalists with vital information. Deep Throat was later revealed to be FBI Associate Director Mark Felt, although Woodward and Bernstein kept his identity a secret until Felt revealed it himself in 2005 at the age of 91.
We'll be right back.
By reaching out to see things differently, man's genius is now helping to free him from his earthly home. The amazing electronic devices like this one, designed for Quasar Color TV. It's part of our continuing improvement in 100% solid-state design, where solid-state devices contribute to your confidence in the set you buy.
Reach out for Quasar.
The first Universal Product Code, or UPC code, was scanned on June 26th in Troy, Ohio, to sell a pack of Wrigley's chewing gum. The now ubiquitous codes were designed by two Drexel University graduate students to create a streamlined system for grocery stores to price and track their inventory, because people used to have to do all that by hand. Speaking of bold ideas, General Augusto Pinochet declared himself Supreme Chief Chile the next day, after seizing power from President Salvador Allende in a military coup the previous year. Initially, Pinochet was meant to share power with other members of the junta, but he quickly decided that it was best for everyone if he ran the whole thing. Pinochet remained dictator of Chile until he was actually voted out of power, and democracy was restored on March 11, 1990. Pinochet stuck around as the commander-in-chief of Chile's armed forces until 1998, when he was finally arrested for crimes against humanity. But a wall of international red tape and his failing health kept him out of prison until he passed away in 2006, before he could stand trial. 3 weeks later, former Beatle John Lennon was ordered to vacate the United States in 60 days on the 18th of Hey Jude Lie. Yeah, we know he didn't write that song, but he should have. Come on, it's about his son. The deportation stemmed from a 1968 marijuana charge the songwriter had received in the UK. Lennon's strong anti-war stance, coupled with his popularity among young Americans, made him a target of the Nixon administration, who believed he posed a serious threat to Nixon's re-election. But the walrus wouldn't have to sweat Tricky Dick much longer. More on that after a quick word from Charles Bronson and the Professor.
This is the story of a man who decided to clean up the most violent town in the world. Never make a death wish, because a death wish always comes true.
In a story forced upon us by our producer, Neil Peart officially joined the band Rush in late July. Peart hopped on the Canadian power rock trio after original drummer left the band due to a lifelong illness. The Professor would stay with the band for over 40 years. Not a bad run. Moving into August, Richard Milhouse Nixon made history on the 8th, when he announced to the American people his intention to resign from the office of the presidency the next day.
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
Nixon had finally turned over his tapes of recorded conversations in the Oval Office, the content of which annihilated him as a co-conspirator in the Watergate break-in and subsequent cover-up. Spiro Agnew, Nixon's vice president, had resigned a year earlier in disgrace while pleading no contest to an unrelated charge of tax evasion. Gerald Ford was sworn in moments after Nixon's resignation and gave the former president a blanket pardon for any crimes committed while in office. 8 days later, punk godfathers, the Ramones, made their concert debut at New York City's CBGB on the 16th. Often credited with being the first punk rock band, the group churned out classics like Blitzkrieg Bop and I Want to Be Sedated, over a 2-decade career of non-stop touring and recording. They're considered one of the most influential artists of the past 50 years, which is pretty groovy for a band that never had much commercial success. Hero pilot Charles Lindbergh took his final flight on August 26th, passing into the clouds at age 72. Lucky Lindy made history in his small monoplane, the Spirit of St. Louis, when he became the first person to complete a solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean on May 21st, 1927. He made history a second time under much more tragic circumstances, when his young son was abducted from his home on March 1st, 1932, and found dead several months later. The kidnapping and subsequent slaying of Charles Jr. became known as the crime of the century. Staying with aviation news as we move into September, the SR-71 Blackbird flew from New York City to London in under 2 hours on the 1st of September, setting the speed record for transatlantic travel that stands to this day. The Lockheed jet, piloted by Air Force Majors James Sullivan and Noel Whitfield, completed its journey in 1 hour and 45 minutes, touching down in London in less time than it takes to watch a Grateful Dead concert.
Wow, where does it go? Come on, let's go down and see.
The time doorway cannot be used for anything until this paradox is resolved.
But that means we'll be killed.
You have a fine grasp of the obvious.
Legendary daredevil and every 70s boy hero, Evel Knievel, attempted to jump a rocket-powered motorcycle over Idaho's Snake River Canyon on September 8th. The stunt was actually a compromise. Knievel had originally intended to jump the Grand Canyon, but the man told him absolutely not. Suits, they always harsh everyone's groove. Unfortunately, a parachute deployed too early, cutting the jump short in less than spectacular fashion.
When I punched that fire button and that thing hit, all I saw was blue sky, but then I lost all perspective. I may have blacked out, I don't know.
Luckily, and for once, Knievel walked away with relatively minor injury.
It's all right. Everything's all right. There were 2 raccoons. The one that killed the chickens. It's Jasper out there now. He sat up and begged. It was the prettiest sight I ever saw.
Why don't you guys go back to Disneyland and leave me alone, huh? Well, I hope nobody forgot the peanut butter sandwiches. If Agent Slater lays a hand on me, I'm going to close up like a cherry stone. You're going to be talking to my lawyer. He's doing your material. It's really monotonous.
Hey, good morning, Waylon. How are you, brother? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just hanging out, listening to our Timeline Tuesday segment, 1974. I hope everybody's having a dope-ass morning. There we go.
The month of October would begin with a landmark horror film.
What happened was true, just as terrifying as being there. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After you stop screaming, you'll start talking about it.
TV lost one of its most influential figures on October 13th, when popular variety show host Ed Sullivan passed away at age 73. Sullivan's eponymous weekly program, The Ed Sullivan Show, had ended just 3 years earlier in 1971. That's one way to enjoy retirement.
We'll be right back.
You can go to Sambo's day or night. The food is good, the price is right. You can eat dinner anytime.
And you can dine for $1.99 at Sambo's. Now, till May 11th, our dinner special is Sambo's all-beef chopped steak, chili and beans, soup or salad, dinner bread, beverage, and dessert.
Something good is always cooking at Sambo's.
The United States Air Force got into the Halloween spirit by launching one of the most frightening weapons in history on October 25th. An ICBM, or Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, was successfully dropped from a plane for the first time as part of America's strategy to develop more mobile methods of delivering nuclear payloads. Previously, ICBMs had to be launched from stationary underground silos or from nuclear submarines. The test did not help escalating Cold War tensions. 5 days later, Muhammad Ali defeated George Foreman during the legendary Rumble in the Jungle bout in Kinshasa, Zaire, to become the world heavyweight champion for a second time. Ali let Foreman wear himself out using his famous rope-a-dope technique for the first 7 rounds before striking with a flurry of his own to KO the reigning champ in the final seconds of round 8. The Rumble in the Jungle remains one of the most celebrated fights in boxing history. We next go to space, where the first message from Earth was transmitted into the stars on November 16th. Known as the Arecibo message, because it was sent from the Arecibo radio telescope in Puerto Rico, the transmission contained formulas and equations describing DNA, as well as some figures about the planet's population and a return address, should any aliens ever want to come visit. The message was meant more as a demonstration of human ingenuity and technology rather than an earnest attempt to contact aliens, even though Carl Sagan did help create it. 5 days later, Congress overrode Gerald Ford's presidential veto to expand the Freedom of Information Act and strengthen the Privacy Act of 1974. Both measures were a direct response to the Watergate scandal, designed to make the government more transparent and accountable, and to limit the government's ability to surveil its own people. According to documents declassified in 2004, Ford was encouraged to try to slap the bill down by Donald Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney. Speaking of old people, the most complete skeleton of an early human ancestor yet discovered was found in Ethiopia 3 days later. The fossilized skeleton of Australopithecus afarensis was uncovered by a team of scientists led by American paleoanthropologist Donald Johanson and French geologist Maurice Taïb, and was nicknamed Lucy after the Beatles' song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. December saw the end of one beloved TV show and the continuation of 2 major franchises.
I don't know. Mr. Wentworth just told me to come in here and say that there was trouble at the mill, that's all. I didn't expect a kind of Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
What's going on? What the hell you doing now, boy? You're not thinking that.
I sure am, boy. Ever heard of Evel Knievel?
There's a plane waiting for us to take us to Miami in an hour. We'll make a big thing about it. I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Little-known guitarist Lindsey Buckingham and singer Stevie Nicks closed out the year by joining the rock group Fleetwood Mac on December 31st. The duo had recorded an album the previous year under the name Buckingham Nicks. Although Fleetwood Mac had previously enjoyed some success, the addition of Buckingham and Nicks would jettison them to global superstardom. But we'll hear more about that in a future episode. And so, 1974 came to a close, with the future looking bright for America, a rock group, and an Oscar-winning film series. 1975 was stretching its bell-bottomed legs just over the horizon, ready to boogie into view with a really big fish, the fall of Saigon, and the founding of a small computer company called Microsoft. But that is all for next year. Coming soon, 1975. So what do you think?
I love their closing music. Bum bum. Ba-dum bum ba-dum. Yeah, for real, Stevie Nicks is dope. Yeah, I it's crazy. I love the timeline segments. Definitely check out Weird History. They've got all sorts of cool shit on all sorts of cool shit, and then they've got other like Weird History food. I really like that one. I've listened to so many of the Weird History foods. They have a playlist that like when they upload any new video to their channel, it just goes up in there, upload, and so then you can just go through and watch all of their videos. It's so dope. Just put it on shuffle. Blazing Saddles is hilarious. Hey, good morning, Brittany. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, considering. Hope you feel better.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, we are 10 minutes away from 420. You know, on the back end side of it. But I don't give a fudge. Turkey Taco Token Tunes Tuesday, y'all.
What he said.
Cheers, cheers, everybody.
Dapper chick, she floats with grace, a glowing soul in every space. Calm and smooth, her rhythm's true. She sees the world in a softer hue. Clouds may come, but she don't fold. Her fire burns in waves of gold. Through stillness deep, she finds her way, gliding bold into the day. Dapper chick, she floats with grace, a glowing soul in every space. Calm and smooth, her evolved into the day. She rides the bass and owns the flame. Dapper chick, don't play no game. Glowing up while others freeze. Ripping clouds with effortless ease. Louder now, her name's the spark. Turning heads from light to dark. Don't mistake her mellow tone. She'll blaze it high and hold her throne.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know a gosh dang thing today, which is fine. Oh shit, it's Tuesday. I think it's my fault today.
It is your fault today.
I think it is my fault today. Fuck. It's alright.
Ryan's outside jamming. It's sunny out. It's not too bad out, so he's jamming outside.
I'm just going to push all of my issues from today. That's a tomorrow problem. It's Beanz. It's Wednesday Beanz' problem. So I keep checking on Morgan. I don't know. Sometimes it's dry. Other times it's soaked. I keep wiping her mouth.
That's why, I said I'll ask anybody in this house because they're all my oldest sister mainly. She's so fucking familiar with dogs. It's fucking crazy. Like,
she's getting kind of pissy because I keep waking her up. Like that, I can definitely tell that's kind of annoying her. But
I know Ryan was saying, he's like, it's weird. He goes, dogs are weird. He goes, wish that they could just, translate what's going on with them.
Yeah, for real. Like,
I fucking wish.
I would do letter by letter. Like,
right?
24 times, and I'll write that letter down. All right, next letter.
Yep.
It's a space. Just, like, bark 27 times.
I fucking wish. I wish.
All right, well, let's watch a Bruce do, and then we'll see where we're at with our morning.
Let's fucking go.
All right, so this month just so happens to be my birthday month. And when you're in your late 20s, there's really not much to be excited about. Well, what do you want to do for your birthday this year? Oh, the usual. Sit in the dark and get drunk by myself. Goodbye, my youth. I'll miss all the Pokemon cards and Rocco's Modern Life, God damn it. But when you're a kid, birthday parties are the best. Even if it's not your own birthday party, you still have a good time. You get a birthday party invitation in class from some kid that you don't even really like that much, but you don't care. Oh, hell yeah, birthday party. Count me in. And your parents got you actual invitations to hand out? What are you guys, rich? This party's probably going to be badass if your parents are blowing money on invitations. There's probably going to be like a bouncy house there, some creepy-ass clown to scare all the kids. Hey, do you kids got any baby teeth I can have? I collect baby teeth as a hobby. And you know damn well they're going to have some pretty good food there, too. We have 2 dinner choices, smoked brisket or a rack of lamb with cranberry glaze. God Do you guys have sloppy joes? I'm accustomed to sloppy joes, god damn it. So I'd show up to this birthday party with gift in hand. My dad would just drop me off. Yeah, this house smells pretty fucking weird to me. I'm not sticking around to make small talk with this kid's parents. You're on your own. So I'd meet up with my little friend Timothy or Jimmy or whatever the hell his name is. I just tell him what his gift is right off the bat. Yeah, I got you a magic 8-ball because I didn't know what the hell you wanted, and my dad only let me spend $10. So there you go. So then you go around and get introduced to your friend's weird-ass family. This is my old-ass grandma who can't remember anything after 1967, and this is my Aunt Lisa, who my Uncle Mike divorced last summer for a younger, more attractive woman. Oh, God. And this is my drunk Uncle Bill, who sleeps on our couch when he's not in rehab. Yeah, happy birthday there, little Jimmy. My name's Timothy, Uncle Bill. Yeah, I know. Hey, can you borrow me $5 real quick? Yeah, I guess, Uncle Bill. Here you go. And when you get a minute, can you pee in this cup for me real quick? What the fuck, Uncle Bill? I don't know. Maybe later. And of course, your friend always had a sweet-ass cake that their parents had custom ordered. Whoa, dude, you got a Frasier cake? What the hell? Yeah, dude, I fucking love Frasier. What are you talking about? Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. All right, kids, who's ready to hit the piñata? Oh, hell yeah, I love tying up animals and beating them with sticks. Wait a minute, what the hell? Who gets a Ted Danson piñata? God damn it, Uncle Bill, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. That's Kelsey Grammer, god damn it. Yeah, well, there better be some good stuff in here, I tell you what. Where's all the bourbon and Adderall at? Meanwhile, Grandma's over there wondering where the hell she is. Why is it so loud in here? Are the Russians attacking us? So then, of course, the time comes where it's time to sing happy birthday to the birthday boy. Happy birthday, little Jimothy. Can I borrow $5? And of course, it's time to open presents. And that's usually a hit or miss affair. Some presents are good, some are not so good. Oh, that's cool. Oshkosh bagosh overalls. Thanks a lot, Aunt Lisa. You can go fuck yourself since we all know Uncle Mike isn't willing to anymore. All of a sudden, Uncle Bill stumbles in with his birthday present that's not even wrapped up. It's just chilling in a Walmart bag and shit. Uncle Bill, you got me a bag of frozen chicken nuggets? What the hell? Yeah, every kid likes chicken nuggets, right? Happy birthday, Jimmy. Hey, can you ask that magic 8-ball if my ex-wife still thinks about me? And after birthday presents, the birthday party's pretty much over. Everybody starts heading out and leaving. I don't know who you are, but I hope you enjoy your ice cream social. Thanks, Grandma. Sorry you can't remember the 1980s. My dad comes to pick me up. Well, how was the party? Was that kid's parents as weird as the fucking smell in their house or what? Not as weird as their Uncle Bill, that's for sure. Excuse me, sir. Can I have your kid piss in this cup? I'll give you a bag of frozen chicken nuggets for it.
Brewstew.com.
Oh, they're fucking great. Hey, what up, Annie? How are you this morning? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Hopefully your hand is feeling a little better.
Good morning. Good morning. Ryan says to put a towel underneath her.
I've got a towel over there. I can put it over.
He said it'll save it from drilling all over your bed.
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I get it, but got Big Bear, my Moga May. What doing over there? What's he been sleeping? Hey, you, Wiki. Hi.
Okay, I gotta mute myself. Ryan's letting the dogs out.
Yeah, so like it's dry now. I don't know. Oh, hell yeah, that is dope, Annie.
That's why I like to ask for like Ryan's opinion.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I don't know. She's a weird one. Oh, she's my baby. I want to get a bit better. Hi. Yeah, she's getting pissy. She's like, stop fucking waking me up. Don't miss out on Token Tunes tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch it on Sir Costa Lot's page. It's a brand new fucking Token Tunes month. Let's go. 80 songs in that bitch. Make sure you drop that hashtag Token Tunes and see if you can pick us up. See if you can guess which one of our playlists it came from. Mine, or Coffee's, or Man-Bear's, or the Urbanators. And I've got a few good tricks up the sleeve on this playlist. Yeah. But I mean, every time I go, it seems like it's dry for now. So I keep wiping them. It's fine. That's just how, I mean, I don't talk to her like that all the time, but a good portion of the time.
I do.
It depends on if she is not being a little shit. Sometimes I'm like, yo, dumbass, what are you doing?
I talk like that to Athena only because, you know, she's pregnant. So, of course, she's going to get that extra spoiling type shit. So I'll be like, come here, mama. Come here.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan does the same thing. Ryan baby talks to dogs, too.
I will hold her ass like a baby. She doesn't like it, but I will hold her like a baby. Like, sit and rock her. She doesn't. Not a fan of it.
Athena jumps out of Ryan's arms, and I'm like, how'd that work out for you?
The worst is like when I want to go lay down and she's laying like on the blanket and I have to like get her to move, and then she's all like, ugh, and she just gets up all slow and shit. And I feel bad because she's, you know, especially like last night, she was super sore, and I think that I don't know if that's a lot. She played really hard yesterday. For the
I was going to say that's why I said she played pretty hard yesterday, didn't she?
She the swimming took a lot out of her. I can even tell walking back, I kind of stopped and we kind of, I let her, you know, chill for a minute, but I can't keep her out of water. She will drown her. Like, not even, this is not exaggerating. She will drown herself swimming. I've had to go get her numerous times because she just don't get it. And she loves swimming. She does great. She just got short little leggies and they just can't keep up. And she weighs so much. And after she starts to sink for real.
That's why I can't bring Athena down to the water because she's pregnant and because she can go all the way out to the middle of the water. I mean, I can walk across the river down back. But she'll fucking, because she's pregnant, she'll sink fucking down. I'm like, no. I cannot pick your, I can't.
Yeah, Morgan loves the water to where, and like she don't give a shit about like mud or none of that. She don't care. And towards my old dog Lucy, nope. There's one time I remember we were at one beach and we were walking to this other beach at this lake that's close by or whatever, and there's just like, you can either get out and drive and go all the way fucking around, or you can just walk through the water there. And Lucy hated her life that entire time, and it wasn't any deeper than like chest. And she was a big ass dog. She was a half pit bull, half Rottweiler. She was huge.
Oh shit. Okay.
And, like, it wasn't even up to her chest, and she like, I carried her through part of that because she was not having it. Like, she would not go in mud puddles, or she hated the rain, any of it, all of it. No. Hey, much love, Annie. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully PT goes well for her.
Yes. Much love. Now Rosie, the one that likes to cuddle and shit with me, she hates her fucking feet wet.
Yeah.
Because she's so small and she got those tiny little feet. She don't like the water.
Morgan, no, like if I have to like look at her paws or her, like she doesn't like having her feet fucked with or like having her nails clipped, but she will do it. Like if I'm like, yo, like we're not gonna do this, and then she won't fight it at all. But like if I'm just like fucking with her or like just going to look at something, like she would like quit fucking with my hands, quit fucking with my feet and shit like that. And then, but
well, like I said before, you know, I have to take her every 3 months to get her toenails clipped because that one dew claw likes to wrap around and touch her fucking pad.
Her dew claws, the one broke off and it's never grown back or whatever, and it's been like that since she was a puppy. And the other one, when me and my ex were together, we woke, like she was laying between us at night, and like we woke up and her dew claw was wrapped up in Darcy's hair. And in all the commotion, it ripped her fucking dew claw out. She bled all over the place, and then it's just grown into a pad now. Yeah, that was a wild night. That was crazy. All right, we do have our morning speaker coming up. We'll play a song, and then we'll see where we're at with our morning.
Let's fucking go. Cheers.
Cheers.
We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Smooth, energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Smooth, energy electric, locked in the groove. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Oh, yeah, yeah. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove.
Dang, CJ, that's crazy. I could not cut a cat's nails.
Oh, have you ever cut? Yeah, you've cut cat's nails before, haven't you?
Huh?
Haven't you cut cat's nails before?
Have I caught what?
Cats. Any of our cat's nails before?
Yeah, fuck it.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds like your will just like clip, 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 clip. I'm like, what? That is madness, man.
Baby Yoda, when he was a kid.
Oh yeah, I did.
Sucker.
No bueno. Years and years ago, a friend had to get like they had the vet sent them home with like a draw of blood from the cat deal. You like poke it into their back, but we couldn't go so far because they'd like stab into their shit, and they were all freaking out. And so they asked me if I could do it, and I was like, I don't know, sure, I'll try or whatever. And it was super, super stressful. And I was like, whatever, and I just went for it, and it was fine. And I was like, oh my god, it was terrifying. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. Cats are crazy.
Okay, so the reason why I will not touch dog nails, my cat's nails, is because my pit bull mastiff that I had at the time, she had white nails. So yeah, I thought it's easy when they have all white nails instead of all black. Well, I did cut up too high, and she bled a lot.
Oof.
And everybody's like, put her paw in flour. And I'm like, okay. And I did, and the bleeding went down. So that's why Ryan cuts, well, not her nails, but cuts the other dog's nails, cuts cat's nails. I don't do it.
Well, growing up, we had a miniature pincher that hated getting his nails clipped, and because it was clipped too short, and that was a fucking horrifying experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still hear the sound of that damn dog screaming in my head, and then there was like this dog quick clot shit that you put, and that must have hurt too. So like, man, I don't enjoy, even if I trim Morgan's nails, I just take the tips off because that shit freaks me out. And I try to walk her every day, and that helps out so damn much because the road and the sidewalk files it down for me after a while. Jasmine, my old dog, she would not, no way in hell, she would kick your ass if you tried to clip her nails. So we just walking her every day was the solution for that. The asphalt and everything really helped file them down.
Oh, that's the other thing, Yvonne, was cornstarch. Yeah, but I used flour.
Sorry, go ahead.
It was literally a quick slap. That's why I don't do it. I nicked my dog one time, and that's why I won't do it. Ryan does it
so
perfect.
Knock on wood, I do it again. But I feel like the drooling has gone down a lot. So I don't know if maybe like her fucking face was half asleep this morning. I don't know. And I'll keep everybody updated. But I keep it seems dry so far. And I don't know. If she wasn't herself, like if she was being all weird, I'd be really freaking out. But right away, this morning, she was in a normal ass mood. So
yeah, she's acting normal. She's playing with her ball. She's like
being her dumb old goofy self. Like,
yeah, I know, it's so weird. Like I said, dogs are weird.
Dogs are super weird. All right, we'll dive into our morning speaker for this morning. It is a Dr. K.
Oh yes,
I love the Dr. K's. If you are not subscribe to Healthy Gamer GG on YouTube, definitely do so. They dive into all sorts of cool shit. Dr. K is dope. He's a great way of explaining shit. Yeah, I don't know. I super enjoy. Here we go.
So it seems to me like more and more people are starting to try to figure out, like, what are we doing here? Like on this planet, on this earth, like what's the purpose of life? I sort of see this manifest in kind of the anti-work crowd where people are like, is this what life is supposed to be? I'm supposed to wake up every day at 7 a.m. I commute for an hour, work until 5, commute home. I exercise for 30 minutes, cook for this amount of time, and then I have to get in bed so I'm not burnt out the next day. And it's just like rinse and repeat until I die. Is this really what life is about? And on the flip side, we have like the Sigma grind set folks, right? These are the people that are kind of like, okay, like I'm going to grind, and like you gotta grind to get ahead, and you got to be an alpha, and you got to go Sigma grind set. That's really how you make it in life, is you have the side hustle and you grow your side hustle. Then you have your side hustle, and you try to hustle as much as you can. And then if you hustle a lot, then you can become successful and you can get lots of money, and then like you can retire early, right? There's the FIRE folks, which is financial independence and retire early. So these are people who are kind of thinking, okay, since life starts with retirement, the goal of life is to like step out of that grind as quickly as possible, make your millions so that you can enjoy life. So instead of retiring at the age of 60, what I'm going to do is try to figure out how can I retire at the age of 45 or 46 or 46 and a half, and then I can start living life. So I'm going to sacrifice the best years of my life so that I can enjoy the latter years of my life. And so I'm kind of listening to this stuff, and I'm trying to really figure out what's the point of all of this. Is life really about going to work every day and kind of taking care of yourself and working on your mental health and working on your physical health and learning how to cook and eating nutritious food and then going keto and going paleo and all this kind of stuff until you die? Or is it about grinding, right? Is it like side hustles and hustles and hustles and hustling your way to an early retirement so that you can really like start living life to the fullest at the age of 52? Is this what's going on? Like, what's happening here? And these are two different solutions, either mentally checking out of the capitalistic society because I reject this thing, or capitalizing on the capitalistic society and leaning into that. And I'm going to try to maximize it and get ahead. But both these groups of people, in my opinion, share one problem, which is they don't know what they're doing, right? There's no like purpose. There's no sense of purpose in life. People don't know what we're on this earth to do. And so they don't really know like how to live this life. And there's good actual data to support this. So if we look at, for example, pornography addiction is on the rise. And more people are consuming pornography. More people are getting addicted to pornography. And you may say, well, what does that have to do with life purpose? Well, it turns out that the variable that correlates the most with being addicted to pornography is a sense of meaninglessness. So as our life becomes meaningless, we start to consume more pornography because like we don't really know what we're doing. So I might as well watch some porn and get some dopamine, and then I'll kind of like, it sort of passes the time. That's one example. Another example, which is really scary, is actually suicide is on the rise. So we know that suicide is correlated with a sense of purposelessness in life, right? Like, what am I doing with life? There's really no point in being here. I'm suffering some right now, and there's no like end goal that makes the suffering worth it. So why not just check out a life? So it's kind of scary, but suicide is the #1 cause of death amongst Asian Americans between the ages of 18 and 24, which is crazy, right? So if you're like an Asian American, kind of like I was, or I mean, I still am, but I'm not 18 to 24 anymore. The most dangerous thing to you in life is actually you. And why is suicide the #1 cause of death for Asian Americans between the age of 18 and 24? It's because this is a group of people that is getting crushed by expectation. They don't really know what they're doing in life, right? So if you've grown up in the Asian American diaspora, you'll be kind of familiar with this, that you're essentially crushed by expectations. The whole world, usually your parents and your friend group and stuff like that, they tell you, hey, this is what life is about. They're like, look, in order to be successful, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. They've got the formula figured out. You got to major in STEM, you got to work really hard, you got to get into a good college, you got to be at the top of your class in college, you got to go work at these really prestigious companies or become a doctor or whatever, and then you will be happy. And despite the fact that these Asian parents are pushing stuff on them so much, pushing this formula for success, what we actually see is that Asian Americans are killing themselves at an alarming rate. And so our society has lost sight of what purpose is. Like, we don't really know like what we're doing here. And so since we don't know what we're doing here, we have these like Sigma grind set kind of people that are like, I'm going to do all my grinding up front. But is that really the point of life? No one knows what we're doing here. And why is that? So the first thing that we have to understand is that a sense of purpose can't be given to you, right? It has to come from within. And if it could be given to you, then all the Asian American kids would be doing great because their parents are clearly giving them a sense of purpose. They're handing it to them on a silver platter. They're shoving it down their throat. They're saying, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. But that doesn't work. Fundamentally, it doesn't work, right? And so then the question is, okay, like, so if it comes from within, like, what do we mean by that, right? So if a sense of purpose comes from within, like, look within yourself. Are we talking kind of like Oprah book club, like, oh, you got to like look within yourself and like, you got to like, oh, like look so far within yourself and you find your purpose,
Good morning, Cheryl. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday morning. We're just hanging out listening to our morning speaker. It is Dr. K this morning. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Here we go, everybody.
No, is that kind of what we're talking about? Well, sort of. But I think it's way more scientific and way more like simple than that. It's not some weird, deep spiritual journey. We'll talk a little bit about that. But it's like literally our sense of purpose comes from within. If our sense of purpose comes from within, then why is it that more and more people are losing sight of that? Well, what's changed in the last 20 years? Let's take a look at it. So what's changed in the last 20 years is essentially an acceleration of technology. And what does technology actually do? So if we kind of think about it, what's happening in our society right now? The most fundamental major change that has happened in our society is that we have externalized our attention. So I don't know if you're like me, but this is something that I absolutely used to do. So when I was in med school, I needed to optimize things, right? So I had audiobooks, I had like audio lectures on my MP3 player, right? Because back then I had an MP3 player back in the day, 12 years ago. And so what I would do is I'd wake up in the morning and I'd turn on some kind of audio book or something like that, right? Like podcasts or something. And then I'd be like cooking and listening to something. Then I'd walk to the train and I'm listening to something. And then I get on the train and I'm like reading something, or maybe I'm on my Kindle or something like that. Then I'm at class and I'm paying attention there. And so every moment of my day, my attention is externalized. I'm listening to a podcast, I'm on social media, I'm playing a video game, I'm watching something. Even when I'm on the toilet, like the scariest thing in the world is going to the toilet without your phone, right? Because like, oh my God, what are we going to do then? So if we really look at it fundamentally, what is the change in technology? What change has technology wrought in our brains and on society? It has externalized our attention. So 100 years ago, we used to be like more attentional to our internal stimuli. And what's really interesting is there are some places where even technology has not figured out how to break into. So a great example of this is shower thoughts, right? The shower is the one place, because if things get wet, then we can't take our technology in there, where we have these really profound thoughts. We think so much in the shower, and we start to make all these like amazing realizations in the shower. And why is that? Is there something biochemical or physiological about the heat and the water, or maybe you take cold showers, that sort of triggers all these profound thoughts? No, it's actually like this is the only time that we're able to be with ourselves. This is the only time of the day that we're actually able to pay attention to ourselves. And so since we've lost touch with our inner voice, we don't really know what we think, we've struggled to find purpose. And how does that work? So let me give you all an example. So let's say I'm trying to figure out what I want to eat. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of food I like. Like, what kind of food do I want to eat in this world? But imagine for a moment that my tongue was completely numb and I couldn't taste anything, or my nose was clogged, because 70% of taste actually comes from your olfactory nerves. But whatever, all that stuff is numb. I got some COVID, got some olfactory problems, whatever, right? I can't taste anything. And so then how do you imagine I'm going to try to figure out what food I like? So what I end up doing, if my internal senses are numb, I'm going to look at someone else. I'm going to see someone else. I see, oh, wow, they're eating a hamburger. That looks great. I'm going to eat that. Look at that. They're enjoying their hamburger. They're taking these big bites. It's so juicy. It looks amazing. And then I decide, okay, I'm going to eat a hamburger. So I take a first bite of a hamburger. I don't taste anything. I finish the hamburger. I'm like, you know what? That doesn't really work for me. So I'm going to look at someone else. I see, oh, wow, that person's got some ice cream. Look at that. They're like licking the ice cream. It looks really awesome. It's so colorful. It's got sprinkles on top. That looks totally lit. Let me do that. And then I try the ice cream, but I'm numb, so I can't taste anything. And so what ends up happening, I go through life looking at what makes other people happy, and then I try to duplicate it, hoping that I myself will become happy. Not happy. I'll enjoy the food, right? This is what happens. And if we look at literally, there's like neuroscience evidence of this, that if you look at what technology usage does, it doesn't matter if it's social media, video games, whatever, it numbs our emotional circuitry. It literally shuts down our ability to like be in touch with ourselves. So we know that playing a video game for even a brief period of time will suppress our amygdala and our limbic system, the emotional circuits of our brain. We will like literally suppress those internal signals, which is exactly why we use the internet. So when I'm feeling bad about myself and I have too much work to do and I'm feeling overwhelmed, what am I going to do to fix that? I'm going to go look at cat videos. Because the second I open up a cat video, I suppress all of my internal signals. And this is precisely what's going on. We're going through life trying to figure out what we want to do. We're looking outside of ourselves for possible answers. We see this person is enjoying a burger. We see that person is enjoying ice cream. But the whole time we are actively numbing our tongue and our olfactory senses. So none of it seems to work. And when none of it seems to work, this is how we end up with people developing the Sigma grind set. Think about this for a second, okay? People who are doing the Sigma grind set and want to retire early, what are they actually saying? They don't even know what they're going to do after they retire. They don't even know that they're going to enjoy retirement. But like, think about that, right? Because you haven't retired. You don't know what it's like to be retired for 5 years. You think it's going to be great because you imagine all of these freedoms and stuff, but you don't actually know how that's going to work. I worked with a ton of people who have actually retired, and then what do they do after 2 or 3 years? They get bored and they come out of retirement. So we end up going through life looking at what appears to make other people happy and then chasing after that, all the while numbing ourselves. And this is where we're particularly vulnerable, because if we look at things like social media and influencers, they play completely into that, right? So how do you become a successful influencer? How do you become successful on social media? You live the good life. You demonstrate to other people that I'm going to be in shape and look at me and I'm doing all this stuff and like I'm ripped and like I'm going to like have lots of fun with my friends and we're going to go to the beach and we're going to do this and we're going to do this. And like everyone's laughing and everyone's like, yeah, like, oh my God, they're living the high life. And then you're sitting at home, you're watching that. And you're like, I want that too. Those people are happy. Social media completely amplifies this sort of idea that I can look at other people and they are showing me the recipe for happiness. They're showing me how to find purpose. But it doesn't work because we try to monkey see, monkey do. We try to replicate what we see, but it doesn't seem to work for us. Why? Because we're numb. So the next question becomes, how do we unnumb ourselves? And once we're able to do that, life will change drastically, right? So if you can start to taste again, it can become really, really easy to figure out what you enjoy eating. All you need to do is be able to taste. So how do we actually go about doing that? So this is where we've got to talk for a second about boredom, okay? So the first thing to understand is like, what is the purpose of boredom? So if we think about it, when we start to feel bored, what is our antidote to boredom? Our antidote to boredom is usually some kind of external stimulation. So what is boredom actually? Boredom is a stimulation-seeking emotional state. So our mind has figured out, hey, if we're not getting the stimulation that we want, what I'm going to do is make this person feel bored. And once they start to feel bored, we are going to seek some kind of external stimulation, which will then relieve the boredom. Because as long as we're getting stimulated from the outside, we won't feel bored. Furthermore, if we're getting stimulated from the outside, what we're going to be doing is suppressing all of our internal signals. So then the question kind of becomes, okay, how can I start reconnecting with my internal signals? And this is where if you want to start listening to your internal voice, what you actually need to do is stop drowning it out from the outside. So this is where we have to understand a little bit about where thoughts come from, right? So the thoughts in our mind come from two places. They can either come from our sensory organs or something like internally, memory, or things like that. So if you kind of think about, what are you excited about today? Are you excited about seeing a particular movie or playing a particular game or eating a particular food? How did you have that excitement? Where did that thought come from? Chances are it came from a sensory organ. And as long as we are being bombarded by the sensory organs, it's going to be very hard for our internal thoughts to actually arise. This is further compounded by the fact that oftentimes when our internal thoughts arise, they kind of like arise in a negative way. So the first thing that comes out of our mind tends to be kind of negative. So if I'm sitting there laying awake at night and trying to go to sleep, I'm not going to think happy thoughts at the beginning, right? I'm going to start to think a little bit about how much I have to do. I'm going to start to feel overwhelmed. So the other reason that we want to numb ourselves is the first layer of internal voice is usually unpleasant. It's negative emotions that we've suppressed. And so what do we kind of do about this? And this is what's kind of interesting is we kind of know societally that people will go and find their purpose, right? And how do they do that? Well, they go on these journeys of self-discovery and they find themselves. So we know this is not only a trope, people actually go and do this. I kind of did it, right? So I went to India and I spent 3 months in an ashram. And we know that people will go on these year-long wanderlust, sabbatical kind of things. Sometimes people will take a gap year. And what do they do in their gap year? They go travel the world and they hike and they go mountain climbing and all this kind of stuff. And we know that once people do this kind of thing, they come back to life. 6 months later, a year later, their hair has grown out. They have a beard, presumably if they're a dude, sometimes women, and then they've got this piercing look in their eyes and they're rugged and they've discovered themselves. And so let's understand that for a second scientifically. Wait a minute. So we know this kind of happens. And even within you, there may be a yearning to go find yourself. And then the question kind of begins, okay, hold on a second. What's the mechanism to this? What's the science behind this? Why do you have to travel in the Himalayas to go find yourself? Because aren't you with you all the time? Well, the answer is actually no, right? So in the world that we actually exist in, you're not with you. In fact, you have so much digital stimulation that you're far, far, far away from you, which also explains why you can go find yourself in the Himalayas. So when you go hiking for 6 months, what happens to your indriyas, your sense organs? What happens to your sensory input? When you're hiking for 8 hours, you're not getting constant sensory input, right? You just can't. So sure, you're seeing things maybe there's a beautiful mountain somewhere or a lake or whatever. But for the most part, you're kind of walking and just being with yourself. And so the process of finding yourself involves reducing external stimulation. And as you start to reduce external stimulation, stuff starts to come up. You get attuned to your inner voice. This is exactly what happened to me in the ashram. So I sit there and I meditate for 8 hours and stuff starts to come up, stuff starts to come up, stuff starts to come up. And this is also why people like going on meditation retreats, because when you go on a meditation retreat, you are with yourself and you are away from the rest of the world. You've unplugged. And when you unplug from the rest of the world, that's when you hear your inner voice. And so it's kind of interesting because even this trope sort of makes sense, right? So what is the mechanism through which going on a self-discovery journey helps you find purpose? Because there's got to be a scientific mechanism, right? It's not just a literary trope that is glorified in movies. People actually go and do this. And the mechanism is that we get away from this external stimuli so we can hear our internal voice. And so if you're kind of sitting at home and thinking to yourself, well, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go understand myself by going on a hiking journey? If you want to go for it, go for it. You can do like silent meditation retreats or whatever, but we're going to teach y'all just a very simple technique today, which is to reach the end of thought. You may say, like, what does that mean? What is the end of thought? So if you close your eyes, what's going to happen is you'll have thoughts, right? Thoughts will arise, thoughts will arise, thoughts will arise. And you'll notice a particular pattern to the thoughts. Most of the thoughts will be related to something external to you. They're not anything about what you want. They're about things that you're going to need to do, or they manifest as desires, which you may think is what you want, but that desire will also be born of an external stimulus. It's not something that you care about. You may say, I want to eat this, or I want to play this, or whatever. Then what you're going to notice is there's a period of intense boredom where your mind is struggling for stimulation. And so you'll feel very, 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 very intensely bored. And remember, what is boredom? Boredom is an attempt by your brain to get that hit of dopamine. This is why it makes boredom so damn uncomfortable. So if we think about the sensations within ourselves that prompt us to action, that force us into action, all of those sensations are uncomfortable. Hunger is uncomfortable. Thirst is uncomfortable. And so why does our body make us feel uncomfortable? To bludgeon us into acting. And what's the biggest club it's got? It's actually boredom. So the second phase that you're going to experience is intense, intense boredom. But then something magical will happen if you can make it through that phase. If you cannot give into the boredom, and once you know what the boredom is trying to do, you can start to have some power over it. You will find that the thoughts are going to be very rapid at the beginning, and then they'll start to slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. And if you're lucky, you will reach the end of thought. So how long does it take to reach the end of thought? It kind of depends. But once you reach the end of thought, because remember, thoughts can come from the outside, then all you will be left with are the internal impulses. What you will have done is stopped numbing yourself and actually will be hypersensitive to internal drivers, internal goals, internal values. And the cool thing is once you get centered in those, then you can start crafting a life around them, right? Once I know from within me what I am looking for from life, once I stop listening to influencers or my Asian American parents or looking at other people like my friends or older siblings or whatever and what they've done with their life, and instead of trying to duplicate that, I'm listening to myself, then I can start to align a life out of my values. And something really magical happens there, which is that once you discover what you want from life, it's not about what is the purpose of life. This is also a misnomer. There is not a purpose or what is the purpose of life. This is kind of wild, but it's my belief that the purpose of life is not in life, it's in you. It's individualized. And this is like the big scam is that we are like, what's the purpose of life? Like, let's go ask someone really wise, right? Because if we ask someone really wise, they'll be able to give us the answer. But the whole point is that you're an individual, that you are living your life. And so if you want to make the most of it, you have to understand what you want out of it. And so in order to do that, reach the end of thought, right? And you may say, well, practically, how do I do that? Do I sit there for a while? You can sit there for a while. You can go on a long hike if you want to. You don't have to reach the end of thought all at once. So you can sit there and go on a 10-day silent meditation retreat if you want to. You can go on a hiking trip. Those are fantastic. Or you can just sit down with yourself, for half an hour, whatever. Do I have to stay in lotus posture? No, you don't have to stay in lotus posture. Go for a walk and just let the thoughts run out. They will run out of steam. There'll be boredom. And then after that, you'll discover what you want. And once you discover your purpose, then you can start to align your life around it. And once you start aligning your life out of purpose, a couple of things happen. The first thing that happens is that you are able to tolerate the difficulties of life. So why is it that it's hard to do hard things? It's because it's not worth it, right? Anytime there's a challenge, if you really listen to people, what's their resistance? I don't know if it's worth it or not. But once you're aligned with your purpose, it will actually become worth it, right? Because now you know why you're doing it. Now you can afford to wake up at 6 a.m. every day because you actually care about what you're studying. This is caring for life, makes it so much easier to live and so much more enjoyable. So in order to really figure out how to make life easy, I don't think you should adopt the anti-work view of, is this all life is? I think it's a good question. And I don't think you should adopt the Sigma grind set view, which is just, hey, let me work and work and work and work and work so that I can be successful later. And then I can have this gravy train, like this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't think it works. I worked with those people. They reach the end of the rainbow. They enjoy themselves for a couple of years. Then they come into my office and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing with life. And then we go on this journey. The thing is, you don't have to wait until you don't have to sacrifice the best years of your life to discover that purpose is not financial security. That purpose is so much more. You can actually start that today. In fact, you need to start it today. And if you can discover what your purpose is through this technique, if you can understand this, then so many things will become easy. I know it's not practical for people to go to an ashram in India or go hiking in the mountains for 10 days, which is exactly why we built a coaching program. Our program is actually designed to help people find a sense of purpose. And what we tend to see is about a 58% increase in a client's sense of purpose in life at about 12 weeks. And what we've really found in our central hypothesis is that once you find a reason to get out of bed in the morning, once you find a reason to get off of the internet, once you find a reason to actually be motivated to do things that are difficult for you, that's what actually makes it easy for you to accomplish your goals.
That was the end of it, I guess. That was it.
I wasn't sure if it was or not. I'm like, wait.
He likes to just leave us on cliffhanger. For real, that was a really good one. I really like that one. I think that it's definitely not easy figuring out what's the point of purpose of life. You know what I mean? For real, like everybody's purpose is individualized in their own sense, and I mean, you can help, I guess, I don't know, but you can't find somebody else's purpose in their life for them, kind of a deal.
Right.
So if you can't find your purpose in somebody else's life, you know what I mean? I feel like, and especially like kids, it's different. That's not the same.
Absolutely.
It doesn't count.
Ruby agrees.
Twice.
Yep. He sold it this morning.
Hey, we are 1 minute from 4:20. I don't know. I think that she's not drilling anymore. I don't like it, but I don't know.
Okay, maybe the knocking on wood helped.
Maybe I should not do it so much though. I usually don't do it that many times. It's just a warning.
Neither. I usually only do it once and that's it.
Yeah. So maybe we shouldn't do that anymore. Maybe every time. Okay, so we're on 3. So I think we're all right, because I feel like every time you do it, then it would reverse the situation. So then the second time we did it, it reversed it. But then we did it again. So I think we're all right.
I think we're all right.
A happy 420, all of you dope ass, amazing, wonderful, totally terrific, twist titty tie turkey taco token tunes morning show watching folk.
What the fuck he said? Let's fucking go.
Blood don't make a family whole. It's the hearts that lift your soul. Through every storm, through every night, it's the ones who stand by your side. Laughter echoes through the years. We shared the highs, fought through the tears. No need to explain, they just know. A bond that's deeper than blood could show. It's the family we choose, the love we make. Through every stumble, through every break. It's the hands that hold you when you're alone. The hearts that stay when the shadows grow. We've built a home where love runs deep. A sacred trust, a vow we keep. Through every rise and every bruise, we stand together, the family we choose. No judgment here, no games to play, just open hearts along the way. It's not the name, it's not the blood, it's the ones who stand when times get tough. They know your story, see your scars, still lift you higher, reach for the stars. Through every fall, through every climb, they're the ones who make it feel like home every time. It's the family we choose, the love we make. Through every stumble, through every break, it's the hands that hold you when you're low, the hearts that stay when the shadows grow. We built a home where love runs deep, a sacred trust, a vow we keep. Through every rise and every bruise, we stand together, the family we choose.
Much Love, Bill and Angela. That is their song that they won on the Jingle raffle, which I should put another one of those together later this month. Yeah, Cena. Jeez. Well, Cornbread, I don't know. You got anything else to add?
No.
Yeah, I think that's about all I got for this morning.
This morning.
I think we'll go ahead and smoke one more with you guys and call it a morning show.
Yeah.
Cornbread? Sorry.
All right. Hold on. Okay. Much love to all you amazing people. Thank you, Beans, so much for having me up here this morning. It's a great way to start the morning. It's amazing. Make sure you follow everybody in the co-production team. You don't want to miss out on everything they got going on each and every day. Token Tunes tonight. Let's motherfucker go. Yeah. Anyways, make sure you also are following everybody you're interacting with. Stay lifted, stay positive. Much love to all you amazing people.
Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It has been an amazing, totally terrific Twisted Tide at Turkey Talk Token Tunes Tuesday morning. Other side, there we go. I hope to see everybody this afternoon. We got some Guardians of Unity to roll through, and then Token Tunes tonight. Almost said Token Tones. Token Tones. Yeah, that's something like that. If anybody would like to donate to the E3Z fundraiser, please reach out to anybody from Cove, reach out to anybody from the Freezy Fam, I'm sure, and or reach out to Amber Hensley, and we'll get you pointed in the right direction. I'm still gathering information on that, so bear with me. But if you have any questions, I can try to help you figure them out. Please make sure that you're following everybody on the Cove team from the one and only Sir Cop Slot. It is Token Tunes Tuesday. Let's fucking go. You can only watch Token Tunes on the Sir Cop Slot page. Make sure you're subscribed to his YouTube. Make sure you're following him on Facebook. And thank you to everybody who tuned into Who the Fuck Knows last night. That is Europe creation. So make sure you're following the one and only Europe Entertainment. Don't miss out on anything that he has going on. And he is also one of the Token Tunes peeps himself. Make sure you're following the one and only Man-Bear. He's the other Token Tunes man. Make sure you're not missing on any of the Man-Bear clouds. And make sure that you are following the one and only Kelsey Dabbs. Dabber Trick Show tomorrow morning for all you West Coast folk, tomorrow afternoon for all you East Coast folk. 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Don't miss out. It's going to be a dope show. And make sure you're following the one and only Magic from Mad Productions. He's out having breakfast with Halls this morning. Let's go. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, man. I told Halls, I was like, give him a big old kiss for me. Thank you to everybody that helped support the Cove. Cove-TV is literally brought to you by viewers like yourself, and I would not be able to put the time and effort into all the segments that we have going on without all the help of the Cove subscribers and everybody that helps support the Cove. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful, incredible rest of your day. And hope to see everybody this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Time for chilling on Cove this afternoon. And we'll go through some Guardians of Unity and see what happens. Shit's gonna get intense. Jukin tones, that's right, Kay. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, please reach out if anybody has any questions. Much love, everybody. And don't ever fucking forget, you matter. You fucking matter.
So far, you're stronger than you think, brighter than you know. Through every storm you've learned to grow. Every moment, every choice you make shapes the world and the path we take. The mirror reflects a soul so true. A light in the dark, yes, that's you. Rise above, let your spirit say you matter more than words can say. Every smile you show paints the canvas where your colors glow. The world feels lighter when you're near. You're the reason for hope, the end of fear. Lift your head, feel the rhythm inside. The heartbeat of life, a rising tide. Each day's a gift. Your story's unique, you're the power, the strength we seek. Don't forget you're a force so rare, a wave of energy we all share. Keep moving forward, let your soul ignite. You matter, you're the guiding light.
Much love, everybody.
Much love.
See you later.